Om Swastiastu, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, salam sejahtera untuk kita semua, Shalom, Namo Buddhaya, dan salam harmoni. Okay, before we begin our presentation, allow us to introduce ourselves, starting with me. My name is Kadek Wahyardia Putra with student ID 2415101002, and my partner.
And my name is Dadriama Sasti Swatno with student ID 2415101055.
Okay, today we are going to present the project that we have designed, and starting with design parameter and condition. Okay, in our project, we have the parameter values, and the values of n is 2, values of k is 8, and value of v is 2. Given this value, we are managing the IP block is 10, 60, 8, and 0/22. Our primary objective is to build 6-LAN subnet serving different division while ensure inter-router connectivity operates with maximum efficiency. Okay, based on our v-value of 2, the division names used are data center for segment 3, reset for segment 5, administrasi for segment 2, pemasaran for segment 1, and management for segment 4, and then the last one is guest for segment 6. Okay, in this table, we didn't just calculate the existing PC, we also add a 50% buffer to anticipate division growth. A crucial point here is the rounded up logic applied to segment 5, segment 2, and segment 1, and the value will be like this. Okay, this ensures that any new device added in the future will still receive a valid IP address without requiring a complete overhaul of the network structure. Okay, for the allocation strategy, the strategy we utilize is variable length subnet mask or VLSM, and we prioritize the allocation starting from the division with the highest host requirement, especially the data center with 110 initial PC and 121 IP, followed by the smaller division is like segment 5 with 94 IP, segment 2 with 58 IP, and segment 1 with 43 IP, segment 6 with 20 IP, and segment 4 with 21 IP. Okay, the reason is simple. The reason is to prevent address overlapping and to keep our IP block organized and flexible. Okay, as so in the table, we divide the subnet using the prefix from /25 to /27. For connection between router, we specially use the /30 prefix is the router, and this is the most efficient choice because it technically provide exactly the two host IP addresses needed by the route interface, allowing the efficiency of our /22 block to reach its peak. By maximum efficiency, we mean we have successfully minimized WASA IPs. By using /30 for router link, we only take 2 IPs out of the 1024 available in master block, allowing us to focus the abundant remaining addresses on PC requirement for each division and future company expansion. Okay, this is the division name, and this is the segment. Okay, for the network address, we use comma because in my presentation and we create, if we type dot in this network address, the value of the network address will be number of money. Okay, finally, we have as available to use the usable IP range for the host. The first address in each segment is used as the default gateway, enabling each PC communicated outside of its subnet. This configuration ensures that its division is logically insulated, which guarantees better security and data traffic management between divisions. That's all from me, and my partner Danvi will demonstrate the technical implementation in Cisco Packet Tracer.
So now I will explain to you about topology of our, and I will explain what's inside and how they connect. First of all, this is the topology that we designed. It is a triangular topology that shows router utama, router cabang 1, and router cabang 2 that connected to each other. So they are linked by this connection, the serial one, and in each of those router there are divisions that serve as examples of a network with within a company. So this PC is for this switch, or this segment is for division data center and research, data center and reset, and in the router cabang 2, it will have the division of pemasaran and administrasi. In the router cabang 2, it will represent the division of gas division and management. So in this router, we can see that it is connected to each segment because router utama is connected to, or it is including segment 5 or reset and segment 3 for data center. The router is initialized. The router is initialized the default gateway. So this is the default gateway of segment 3 or data center, and this is the default gateway of reset. As we can see in this in segment 3, we configure the IP address, the static IP with IP address 10.60.8.2, and the default gateway as we input in the router, it is 10.60.8.1. So for segment 3, it is will have a network address of 10.60.8.0. And then, yeah, it is, for example, I will just use the router utama just for example. So this video will not gonna be so long. So I will just use router utama network to represent each of network. We seen in this static IP configuration, we already use this default gateway that we input in the router 2 for segment 5 or reset division. And this is the example of PC that connected with the router. Okay, and after that, we will go to static routing. So static routing is basically it is that something that a link between a router. So if we take a look at this router utama static routing, here's the address of or the gate for the package is delivered into the PC or into another network. As we can see in this router utama, we have let me explain to you as an implementation or analogy. Let's take an example. This one, if we want to deliver a package into a network address of 10.60.9.0, it will be go or directed into next hop of 10.60.9.194. So if we see in the router cabang 1 in static or in the serial, so this is the address of this router cabang 1. So it is basically like the gate that the package before directed into this gate. So after that, we will know that this network address is directing the package from this network from router utama into router cabang 1 by this network, or we usually call it next hop. And for the other, it is same. So I think that's all from static routing. Next is I will try to simulate how a package can be delivered across the router. For example, I will use this PC1 or segment 1 of pemasaran division. I will send a package like ping to segment 4. So we will use the ping and simulate here. So for the first try of sending a package, yes, it will be failure. So let's just wait for the next package to deliver and see if it's successful or not. Let's check the last package. Okay, it's already successful. As you can see in this command line, it is already successful in 3 with 25% loss, but it's just because it is the first try of pinging or sending a package. So when we ping again or send a package again as for real time, and yeah, it is successfully sent the package. So I think that's all from me. So that's all from the presentation from us. I think it's already give you an information that will have benefits for you. And see you. Thank you for your attention.